Hey everyone, this is immigration attorney Moumita Rahman, and I'm here to help you navigate this complex world of immigration. For those of you joining me today, thank you so much for watching me and welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. I am putting out new videos every single week. And for those of you who haven't seen me before, please know that I am an immigration attorney. I am based out of New York City, but I am helping immigrants and serving families all over the US and also all over the world for many, many different types of immigration needs, including green cards, fiancé visas, business visas, and removal defense. So without further delay, the thing that I want to talk to you about today is whether the recent presidential proclamations suspending certain immigrant visas into the US, whether it affects fiancé or K-1 visas. Now, if you don't know what this presidential proclamation is, I encourage you to watch my latest videos where I discuss the proclamations in depth. To summarize, this proclamation does suspend the issuance of immigrant visas for certain categories of persons. And a very frequently asked question that I've been getting is whether this proclamation affects the issuance of fiancé or K-1 visas. Now, this is a great question. So this proclamation really suspends the issuance of immigrant visas. An immigrant visa is a visa that allows you to come to the US to live here and settle down permanently. It does not include non-immigrant visa categories. So for example, a non-immigrant visa would be something like a B1 visa, a B2 visa, L1, O1, H1B, and also, guess what? K1. A K1 visa is very unique. So even though it is considered a non-immigrant visa, sometimes people may think that it's an immigrant visa because you only get it in order to marry a US citizen once you come to the US. But this is actually incorrect. A K-1 visa technically is a non-immigrant visa because all that it is allowing a person to do is to come to the US for the sole purpose of getting married to the person who sponsored them for that visa. This is not a visa that entitles you to a green card, but rather once you satisfy that process of marrying your sponsor, then you can apply for a green card. So technically this is not an immigrant visa, but of course, these days we don't know what is what with this government and with all the rules that are coming out, and people are very worried about whether this proclamation means that fiancé visas or K-1 visas are also being suspended. Now, like I said, this visa is a non-immigrant visa, so the presidential proclamation should not be suspending the issuance of K-1 visas. However, the bad news is that I wanted to share is that some consulates are treating K-1 visas as though it is an immigrant visa, and they have decided to not issue them. Now, this is not across the board. The majority of consulates will go ahead and continue to issue K-1 visas underneath this proclamation, so most people should not be affected. But if your case is affected and you were going for your K-1 visa interview, or you're in that process and now you've been told that it's suspended, that the consulate will not issue your visa because of the presidential proclamation, please don't delay. Make sure you speak with an attorney. Contact my office. My telephone number is 212-248-7907. This is an opportunity where the government should be held accountable, and they should not be allowed to refuse people a K-1 visa because of this proclamation. This proclamation is very, very clear that it applies only to immigrant visas. So that's it. That is my video for this week. If you have any questions, please make sure to leave a comment. Let me know if you're in the K-1 process and what's going on. Let me know what country you're in, and also just say hi. Again, please, I would love if you can subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching me. My name is Moumita Rahman, and I hope to see you next week. This video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. For proper legal advice on your case, please call us to set up a consultation.